one of the most basic needs in an individual's life, along with shelter, health, and security. Most of us take it for granted because it has become a normal part of our lives, just like breathing. When you breathe in and out, it is not a conscious decision. The same applies with having a meal. It is part of your daily routine. Imagine a life where you had to keep trying to figure out where your next breath or next meal will come from. Sounds like an exaggerated comparison, but when 22,000 children die every day because of poverty, then it is worth the attention. And even when it does not lead to death, in your personal life or circles, it is hard to move forward in life if you do not have your basic needs met. You can't preach, teach, train, or inspire anyone if you haven't fed them. And the problem we are facing in society is that not enough people want to open their pockets to provide tangible and meaningful change in the lives of people who need it the most. You can't tell people about God if you cannot perform an act of God yourself. This is one of the reasons why food schemes are incorporated into our primary objectives. Our hand reaches out to disadvantaged families, students, and those living on the streets. Depending on the place, we give out anything from food parcels to weekly food stops. It is not to sustain them on a 24/7, 365 basis, but it is something to give them hope that there's hope for another day. Youth empowerment. When you know better, you do better. And the only way you can know more is through being educated by those who've walked the path you want to take. Isaac Newton said, "If I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants." We are here today because of the time, knowledge, and blood that was sacrificed until a generational vision was realized. If this generation does not find a common vision to build towards, the next generation will be robbed of a stronger and better foundation than the one we've been privileged to have. The question then becomes, what is that vision? We cannot blame young people for not doing something they have never been programmed to do. Here is a light breakdown. There is no freedom without economic freedom. Economic freedom should be at the forefront of every young person's plan moving forward. If we sideline this topic, then our children and our grandchildren's future carry a burden that we were supposed to carry. We might not achieve economic freedom within our time, but we should have created the right momentum to see it come alive someday. But first, we need to emphasize knowledge of self. If we don't know what it means to be African, past and present, then we won't know where we are headed as a country and a nation as a whole. When you've identified yourself, you will understand that there is more to life than material things and social acceptance. And you will start to make better decisions, not just for yourself, but those around you as well. Education. Educated people are informed people. And when you're informed, you make better decisions. That's all we need, better decisions. At a personal level, in our families, schools, universities, communities, and even at a government level. A people with self-enlightenment, education, and economical empowerment are the key to driving the nation towards a level of optimum efficiency, psychologically, socially, and financially, which will create the necessary foundations to achieve personal and national goals. Career guidance. They make it seem as if unemployment is an issue that is unique to our country, but it is a global challenge. Africa is experiencing continuous structural reform, and with time, hopefully unemployment will drop from double digits highs to single digits at least. But we don't have time. People need jobs to feed their families, buy their first car, buy houses, and start their own families. So what do? Let's look at the good side of the story. There's thousands of jobs being advertised out there. But the problem is finding people who are qualified for them. For example, there's 10,000 students studying electrical engineering, but the country only needs 5,000 electrical engineers. That's an oversupply. On the other hand, there's 2,500 students studying artisan courses, whilst the labor market is in need of 15,000. That's an undersupply. Our role is to bring all of this into equilibrium a level where there's a relative balance between demand and supply. We provide clarity on options that exist in the labor markets, detailed information on what those career paths entail, and the demand and likelihood of employment within that industry. This is started in the senior phase of high school, so students have even time to understand and prepare for their future ahead. By the time they approach university, they would have already been aligned with their purpose and putting in the necessary efforts to break into the right causes. Even if fees haven't fallen and free education hasn't been secured, through the help of our partners, we ensure that we reach out to as many students as possible and provide them with the peace of mind, knowing that all they need to do is ensure that their marks are the best that they could be. Entrepreneurial development. Even after getting a good education, people still struggle to find job opportunities. In that instance, you create your own opportunity. Small businesses are important for a handful of reasons. They drive the economy. They increase tax base and create employment. They create a culture of entrepreneurship within their communities, and they facilitate the transition from dependence on foreign goods to locally produced goods and services, thereby impacting net exports. Thousands of people have the know-how, but they lack the necessary business acumen to monetize their skills. So the shift moves from skills development to a level of entrepreneurial development. Whether you're a chef, security guard, accountant, or lawyer, we expose you to the fundamental skills of starting a business. The importance of financial literacy, paying yourself and reinvesting into the business if you really want to build an empire, balancing your books and making use of debt instruments for leverage in your operations, the know-how of pulling resources together and allocating them efficiently, and the importance of understanding what the customer values and optimizing the customer experience to ensure customer loyalty. Our group of experienced business personnel will take the role of consultant and mentor for entrepreneurs that come under our wing. After profiling each candidate, we allocate him or her the most viable mentor, and they will guide them through the critical stages in their business startup. More than 90% of the time, businesses fail not because of the flaw in their business model per se, but because of the lack of understanding of how the real world operates. A mentor. We all need one. They can save you 5 years of failure and learning. And in business, that could mean 5 years of financial losses and a collapse of an idea with potential but lack the right decision making. Mentors give you the right structure to work your idea in, and with time, whether slow or fast, your business idea grows in the solid foundation it has set for itself. Whether the idea grows into a continental powerhouse or just stays as a key local player, our job would have been done by providing our young entrepreneurs with a platform to launch from. Startup capital. So you have a solid idea, a clear-cut understanding of the market, and the necessary skills to start your own business. The future looks bright. You can truly call yourself independent and a founder of your own entity. Your business will have its own office space, a couple of employees, and every other necessary asset to facilitate the running of your business on a daily basis. Now you just need the funds to kickstart your business. You need money to make money. So what are your options? Your family might believe in your vision, but they might not have the finances you need, especially if you're coming from a previously disadvantaged background. Whether you ask your immediate family or extended relatives, chances are there's no money floating around or saved up in a trust to finance your ventures. Public funding institutions. There is money allocated for SMME development within public structures. The challenge comes in ensuring that you become a recipient of these funds when you need them. Thousands of other entrepreneurs are in the waiting list, and there is also a budget, so it could take even over a year for you to secure any possible funding. Banks. You need good credit to get a good loan. So if you have no credit record or you are outside of the bracket of your loan requirements, chances are they won't even give your business plan a look. after your bravery to set out on your own, the time and energy you've dedicated to coming up with a good business model, plus the emotional roller coaster you've endured, you deserve at least for your concept to get off the ground. This is where we come in. We fully fund and subsidize your business financing. Appointed consultants will take you through a number of screenings to measure exactly how much financing is required, how to hedge against potential risks, and to project how much time it would take to make the money back. This will be made possible through the supports provided by our partners. We just act as intermediaries. Money might not be everything, but in business, without it, nothing is able to move. Our goal is to get you to move and see how far your momentum can take